For a little green balding dude who generally moves at a slow pace, Yoda is a character full of surprises. But that's why we love the Jedi Master. He's easily underestimated, but he packs a punch both in combat and in the wisdom department. And he is by far one of the most respectable characters in the entire Star Wars franchise. Now that The Mandalorian has opened up a Pandora's box concerning his species, and flooded the internet with Baby Yoda memes, we wanted to take a closer look at the quintessential Jedi Master and the sorts of abilities that he has exhibited over the years, with our list of the top 10 hidden secret powers you didn't know Yoda had. Starting us off in at number 10, we've got Precognition. This one might be a slight given considering Yoda's track record. The Force allows Yoda to tap into precognitive powers, in which he can see the future and possible outcomes of situations. Sure comes in handy when you're trying to make the universe a better, safer place. And this isn't just a regular precognitive power, my friends. Yoda's precognitive abilities are vastly advanced, and he can control when he witnesses visions, unlike others who are less trained and honed with the Force. Yoda can even see his own death and knew that the Jedi would lose in the Clone Wars. Despite having this knowledge, he was also aware that his precognitive visions were not set in stone, hence making him a master at perceiving and interpreting what these visions and their possible outcomes mean, and how to overcome particular obstacles. Moving on to number 9, Long Distance Jedi Calling. Otherwise referred to as remote communication or telepathic communication, Yoda has the ability to communicate with other Jedi even when he's incredibly far away from them. It's a tactic of his that he uses when in remote locations, or to communicate with Jedi in precarious situations who need aid. He communicates across the galaxy in the animated Star Wars Rebels series when he is in captivity, so that's pretty impressive. This also acts as a means to track Jedi, whether as a safety measure or just to check up on them and ensure that they're doing their job correctly as Jedi. So in other words, he can spy on you and see what you're up to. He knows when you've been good, and he knows when you've been bad. He's like Santa, but shorter and greener and exponentially more powerful. Imagine him sliding down a chimney and giving out presents. Kind of makes me think of Gremlins. Let's move on. In at number 8, he can detect Force illusions. The Clone Wars series gave us a lot more insight on some of the more refined combat moves that Yoda can pull off using the Force. He is the penultimate Jedi Master after all. During the series, at one point, Darth Sidious planted a trap for Yoda in which he created an illusion of a fellow Jedi Master, Sifo-Dyas, who I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly. Sifo-Dyas was being tortured, but the thing was, he was also responsible for commissioning the creation of a clone army on the planet of Kamino, and Yoda and friends were aware of this fact. So rather than being tempted by the illusion, Yoda played it cool, and was able to detect that seeing his old comrade being tortured was actually, in fact, just an illusion created out of the Force. Moving on to sillier territory, and at number 7, he can rap. We aren't even kidding. When DVDs were in their golden era and The Revenge of the Sith was released on DVD, there was an Easter egg that you could find by entering the number 1138 on your remote control. This revealed a video of Yoda hanging out with some stormtroopers, breakdancing and lip-syncing to the Roots song Don't Say Nothin'. And at the end of the video he states that the rapping was hard on his throat in a very Yoda way. I quote, "That voice, hard on my throat it is." I'm not doing a Yoda impression, I would crash and burn. Moving on to number 6, he can procreate. Okay, so this is an unconfirmed hidden power. And then this happened. Yeah, Baby Yoda. But maybe not actually Baby Yoda. Long story short, and spoilers / fan theories ahead, my friends, warning you now, many people believed that Baby Yoda, aka the child, the one who has become the meme sensation, is actually Yoda's offspring. The reasoning behind this? Well, we've never seen another creature that looks like Yoda in the entirety of the Star Wars canon until now, minus the appearance of Yaddle, who was a female background character and a Jedi Master in Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace. According to the creator of The Mandalorian, the child was conceived out of a desire to explore the mystery around Yoda and his species. So there will be in fact some sort of link there that we don't have answers for yet. Yoda is of an unknown species, and all we know is that there are 3 of these aliens and they're incredibly powerful in the Force. Or at least 3 that we've seen. The Mandalorian takes place after the Return of the Jedi, meaning this theory could be plausible. So hey, maybe Yoda's got some hella powerful genes, my friends. While we're on the topic of ridiculous abilities, let's move on to number 5. He can grow extra toes. Now, this is something that many wouldn't dare imagine is a mistake. The fact that in various iterations of Yoda to appear over the years, the number of toes that he has actually fluctuates. Sometimes Yoda has 3 toes, sometimes he has 4. Some fans have actually analyzed this and seeing that he actually grows a toe if you follow all of the evidence chronologically. This has given a rise to a theory that as he ages, he just grows more toes. So this is either a product of Lucasfilm and Disney dropping the ball, or it is some sort of aging advantage that Yoda is aware of. Or disadvantage? probably an advantage. Maybe it's a biological trait of his species. How many toes does Baby Yoda have? Someone please comment below, tell me. And at number 4, the Force Wave. Yoda is a pro when it comes to using the Force in combat. We've seen him bust out some pretty powerful Force pushes in the past, but turns out he's got a trick up his sleeves that is more effective. We're talking about the Force Wave, a highly potent blast of Force energy that is capable of creating a massive wave that can knock back foes within the user's blast radius. Now we see Yoda do this move alongside Mace Windu in the Clone Wars series as a means of pushing back a swarm of super battle droids during the Battle of Coruscant. Up next, number 3, soul reading. Yoda can read the history of an individual's soul. That might seem a little absurd at first, but it is something that he can do in order to see whether or not a Jedi has fallen victim to the dark side. In the novel The Dark Disciple, which is technically canon, Yoda reads the soul of Quinlas Vos in order to test his faith. All he has to do is touch an individual in order to read their soul. We have yet to see more of this ability in action though, so who knows the full extent of what he can do with it. Personally, I'm pretty curious. And at number 2, the SHIAK. Over the years, Jedi have come up with interesting ways of using their lightsabers in combat. For example, Anakin Skywalker as Darth Vader could make his lightsaber act like a boomerang. Yoda has a similar trick, one that is arguably more brutal, all things considered. It's a move called the SHIAK, which is basically impaling a foe with his lightsaber. The SHIAK is actually considered to be an honorable move and takes great skill to pull off, and assures that your victim will die depending on the placement of the attack. I mean, most Jedi actually use it on their foes' arms or legs, which is not fatal, obviously. It's more so the Sith that, go for the kill. For example, Darth Maul used it on Qui-Gon Jinn in The Phantom Menace. And finally, in at number 1, battle meditation. This one is actually really cool. So Yoda is able to strengthen his allies from a distance when they are in battle by using an ability called Battle Meditation. It's a Force ability that lets him empower said allies' fighting abilities, their stamina, and their general morale in order to give them an upper hand in combat. It fills their spirits with hope and gives them a reason to keep fighting with optimism, including when he empowered the Wookiees during a battle in The Revenge of the Sith. But also it happened in one of the Star Wars comics, Republic Hidden Enemy. And this arguably helped turn the tide of the battle in the Wookiees' favor against the Separatist droid army. Alright, there we have it, friends. What other things do you think Yoda is capable of that we haven't seen before? And what are your theories about Baby Yoda, or the child? Let us know in those comments below. If you guys dug this video, you know what to do. Spread that love, hit that thumbs up button, share it with a friend, and hey, why don't you subscribe if you haven't already? We'd love it if you join the Nerd Squad. In the meantime, thanks for watching, friends. I'll catch you all in the next video.